Hello and welcome back. This is the last module of this series on Gemini and Google ADK, and I'm excited to walk you through the evaluation process for an agent. So what you see here is a very simple agent with a few tools. We have tool definitions written as get product details, and it has a dictionary with some products. And similarly, I have the pricing information and the backend information that is meant for product managers and internal teams. Now think of this as the database powering your agent. Of course, we are simulating, but in real world, this could mean using an MCP tool or using custom SQL query or an API. Now, after defining those three tools, I have the root agent, which is an LLM agent, and I call this as retail agent based on Gemini 2.5 Flash. And I have a pretty detailed set of instructions here. So helpful customer support agent specializing in product information. You may use the tools provided to you when the user asks. But I deliberately commented out an important tool, which is get product details. Now this is what is responsible for showing the description to the external users, while get product information is ambiguously named and it is meant to show information only to internal users. So our goal is to perform an evaluation that helps us find this problem and enables us to fix this and retest the agent. So let's go ahead and run this. But before that, I want to show you how you actually get started with evals. So when you're installing Google ADK, add this eval within square brackets, and this is what I have set in the requirements.txt. It's already installed and my virtual environment is activated. So let me run ADK web in this directory, and that is going to bring up my agent. So I will switch to the browser window and type localhost 8000 where my ADK UI is running. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Let's start with hi, and the agent is working. Now I'm going to ask, tell me about earbuds product. So this is one of the prompts that I have, and this agent will come back to me, but it is showing me the internal information that is not supposed to be shared with the outside world. So the earbuds have a SKU, the SKU number, and how many ever units are in the inventory. Now, this is not what I expect as an end user. This is useful for product managers and internal operations guys, but not to an external end user who is interested in knowing the product details. So what are we supposed to do now? Well, I'm the tester and I'm currently testing this agent. So you see the eval tab here. I'm going to click that and then click on create evaluation set. So we are going to create an eval set which will contain multiple evaluations. So let's select this and add the current session to the eval set. Now when we add the current session to it, we get to edit the current response and populate it with the actual expected response. And when we go back to the code, we actually notice that in our agent information, the earbuds description is about premium wireless earbuds that enhances clarity and all of that. So let's come back to the agent response and add this as the eval case message. Now we basically corrected the output that we are seeing with the expected output, and we can save this eval case. And once that is done, you can come back and run the evaluation. And when you push that button, run evaluation, it shows tool trajectory average score. Now this actually means the order in which the tools are going to be invoked and the response match score. Since it's going to use an LLM, think of this more like the temperature. So we'll leave the defaults and click on start. Now it's going to take a couple of minutes and the evaluation will complete. Okay, so the evaluation has failed because it is coming back. The actual response is the earbuds have a SKU ID of whatever is the ID and how many are left in the inventory, whereas the expected response is this. So this is what I figured as the tester, and I performed an eval on this. So now I'm going to go back to the developer and hand it over to him to go ahead and fix the problem and to make sure that the agent returns an expected response. So let's come back to the code, and what we'll do is we'll simply uncomment this tool, get product details, which is supposed to show external facing product details and not the SKU and the inventory. So we'll come back, stop this agent and run it again and do a refresh. So we are starting a new session all over again. We will try this with hi and then tell me about earbuds product. So same prompt. Now this is going to now invoke get product details, and it comes back with the description of the product and not the SKU number and the inventory. This is perfect. Now I ask the tester to step in and perform an evaluation. So we will go back to the eval, and I'm wearing the tester hat. So what I'll do is I will add the current session to the eval set. Just remember that this is ending with 469. So let's create the case, and I'm going to select this and click on run evaluation. We'll leave the defaults for the metric, and this is going to come back to us with pass this time because the expected output matches the actual output. So this is exactly how you can evaluate agents interactively using ADK Web. Of course, there are advanced techniques. You can use the Vertex AI agent engine evaluation, but this is the entry point and you can quickly verify your agents. Now you can select multiple cases within the same eval set and run the evaluation again. So this time it's going to show us how they fare. Now we can go back to the trace or events, look at this, and it's very clear that it has access to all the 3 functions or tools that we have. And when you click on this, it basically shows that it is invoking the right tool. So we have seen the complete workflow, what happens when the tester uses an eval and how he hands it off to the developer and how the developer fixes an agent and redeploys it. And again, the tester will perform another evaluation and comes back with his report. So this is the loop between the developers and testers using the ADK Web Interactive Dev UI environment. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe to my channel for additional videos on Gemini and ADK. Thank you.